ecological issues. They affect us all. And so, tonight on Second Nature, we'll be recycling some old nature footage.
Motherfucker. Motherfucker. Literally a motherfucker got released from jail today. Folks, breaking news. Quote unquote breaking. This actually broke like 5 or 6 hours ago, but I was sleeping. I just got done working like a bunch of 12-hour night shifts, so I was crashed out hard, and I woke up around 5 p.m. to find out that Christine Weston Chandler, the motherfucker, got released from jail today. Thanks to Jello Shots and a couple other people for letting me know. I see there's been streams and videos, of course, put out by the people who actually track Chris Chan. We don't do a lot of Chris Chan over here. But I thought since we did cover the arrest of Chris Chan, we should cover the release. A quick video. I had planned on getting caught up with a whole bunch of crazy Von Helton shit from the last few days, which I still do. I still do, folks. So if you're just catching the video, come back in an hour or two. We will be doing some Von Helton. So much stuff happening. Rev has lost everything. Von Helton's getting Skyrim women pregnant, apparently. I don't even know about that. I haven't even got to that yet. We still got other shit. We got worlds colliding. We got emo showing up on a Von stream. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, but shit, we gotta cover this. So I'm going to be covering some of the Chris Chan people here that got the information. Now, the story as I heard it is that he was bonded out. Somebody put up bond, but as someone has pointed out, Petty PI, I believe, in the chat, that it's possible. It seems that there's something about a court order, possibly. I don't know I don't know anything about this, folks. I just know that Chris Chan will be stalking the streets, so lock up your mothers. Fuck. And I'm sure there'll be a revenge list or something like that coming out. We don't know. We don't know, folks. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I don't know why you'd be here, unless you stumble across it in the replay, but consider subscribing. We cover all this kind of crazy stuff. I mean, we still got the Von Helton blog TV tapes finish off. There's still a lot of shit there, folks. That's produced a little bit of fruit. The Wolfman of Kentucky and whatnot. But yes, I do plan on going live again a little bit later. Not too late. I won't be 11 or anything like that. I just need a little time. I still got to jump in the shower and run up to the Walmart and get some razor blades and whatnot. And then I'll come back and we'll fire up some Von Helton and get caught up with that. But right now, we are talking about Christine Weston Chandler. Folks, what's your opinions on this? Didn't seem like too long. How long? About a year? Maybe 2? Was it pre-pandemic? I think maybe. Maybe 3 years. I don't know. We're going to get caught up here. So, thanks for joining. Thumbs it up. All that good stuff.
G-Man, someone get a hold of G-Man now!
I'm sorry Wilson has just donated $1.99. Definitely nobody suggests Vaughn to ally himself with not only Cyrax, but now Chris Chan. It would absolutely awful to witness the formation of the godhead of mother abusers.
Oh, the unholy trinity. Oh my goodness. There's single white is available. I think Schneider's handyman pointed that out. Vaughn's will be looking to rent before he has to inevitably foreclose. But that's a different topic. We're drifting, where worlds are colliding, folks. I can't handle it. So we're going to take a look at this first channel here. I don't know who these people are, but Smokey M-O-C, or Moke or Mock, Smokey Mock, I don't know. But we're going to cover this video first, 6 minutes, 43 seconds, maybe a couple others. And we're going to see what the hell's going on here. So, folks, thanks for joining. Thumbs it up. Blah, blah, blah.
I need G-Man. Someone get a hold of G-Man now.
The great Gertrude Perkins donated £5 through Super Chat. As somebody with a psychiatric diagnosis of autism, Christopher Chandler and Kobe's make me cringe with embarrassment.
Well, I want to make clear, and I think I pointed this out when you apologized before, there's no need to apologize for the action of Chris Chan, because I don't think it was autism that made him fuck his mother. You know what I mean? I mean, it may be a contributing factor indirectly, but I don't believe just because you have autism that, you know, you're going to start fucking your mom. I think there's a lot of moving parts here with Chris Chan. But folks, without any further ado, let's get into it.
Well, this one really caught me off guard today. Christine Weston Chandler, or Christine Weston Chandler, as it says on this record here, has been released from jail. Now, we don't know where Chris is, we don't know what Chris is doing, but from that picture up in the top corner, we can tell that Chris has been going through it in jail. He's lost a lot of weight, like a lot of fucking weight. I mean, look at him up there in that picture. It's almost unrecognizable. This isn't going to be a very long video. This isn't going to be me looking in depth on what I think is going to happen and everything. We can get to that at a later point. This is just me letting everyone know that there is breaking news that Chris Chan is out of jail. Now, I did want to talk about a few things here. It's not every day you wake up and you see some huge Chris news like this. I think the last time this happened was when he actually got caught fucking his mom. Chris was in jail for a year and a half. Almost exactly. Like, you know, it's, I think he was arrested, July 30th? I believe it was July 30th, maybe one of the first few days of August in 2021, and here we are now. I've been making those Chris jail letter videos where we were always questioning, when is he going to get out? And many people had said, oh, I don't think he ever will get out. And at this point, you know, a year and a half down the line, I think a lot of people really started to think, damn, they really might just be throwing the book at Chris and keeping him there as like an example, keeping him there because they got some shit on him. Now, no matter what happened, all that's said and done now. Maybe Chris's lawyer actually, like, you know, maybe he got what he wanted done. He got Chris out of there. Who knows what happened here? We will know eventually because Chris obviously will spout his mouth off. But I do think the one question that needs to be asked, and it's the one thing that most people are going to be wondering, is where does Chris end up? Does a white knight take him in, which is most likely what's going to happen here now? Does he go home? Like, that's one that really is a head scratcher. Like, does Chris end up back at home with the woman who he raped like a year and a half ago? It's really weird. Like I said, I can't wait to see as more info comes out about this, because as of right now, all we have is this info right here. But I've told y'all for months that when a new letter or something came out, I got y'all on the update. And I mean, shit. No more letters now. We might be seeing a Chris live stream sooner than we know it. So, Like I said, I think what's gonna happen with Chris is someone's gonna take him in. If he does end up homeless, which I mean he probably already is, because I don't know if he's going back to the house, then I don't expect him to be homeless for too long. A lot of people have always theorized that the final Chris saga would be the homeless saga, and we'll find out if that's actually the case here. The final thing I wanted to do is just take a look at how different Chris looks in this picture compared to all his other ones. You know, when he first went into jail, he was a portly Chris. He'd always been a bigger guy in his life. Now, we'd seen a more recent picture where Chris had seemed to be losing a little bit of weight. He still had that smile on his face that, you know, that innocent Chris smile where, you know, he was just thinking about Sonichu and all that shit, not thinking about the serious implications of the situation he's in. But now you see this picture, and it just looks like the life was sucked out of him, man. Now, maybe he just had a really horny bunkmate, but I really think what happened is it's a year and a half was too much for Chris to handle. You know, being away from the Sonichu shit and all that, it was, it probably took a massive toll on him. And it makes me wonder, now that he's out of jail, is he just going to jump right back into his delusions full force? Did he learn anything? We all know he didn't learn shit. Like, that's pretty obvious. Like, I don't think anyone thought Chris was going to go to jail and end up learning the goddamn thing. But it's really going to be interesting to see how Chris is after he gets out of jail and what, like, he's going to do now. Like I said, as this unfolds, I got y'all on the updates. Ain't no worry about that. But I did want to make this now just to let you know what's going on. And what's going on is that Chris Chan is out of jail. And, you know, who knows? We may be hearing from him sooner rather than later. As I said, I wouldn't be surprised to see a random Chris Chan stream boot up from some white knight's house within the next few days. So, as this whole situation progresses, I'm going to be right here covering it. I hope you guys are ready for some nonsense from Chris, because you know he's gonna get out. He's gonna spill his whole jail story. It's probably gonna be very, very one-sided in his favor, talking down on all the evil security guards and shit like that. And it's also important to remember that this may be a day of reckoning for all the people who wrote to Chris in jail, because we had talked about it like a few months ago that Chris was keeping his goddess log, where he was keeping all of the letters that people had written him and his correspondence to them. He had also kept all their information and their addresses and shit, you know. And then he also said that he was planning on selling this once he got out of jail. Well, we'll see. You know, those people's info might be available on eBay in just a few hours if you guys want to cop it up. It's just fucked up, but it's what's Chris gonna do. Another thing that makes me very curious is how is Chris going to react to finding out that there's a new Liquid Chris? Because you can only imagine, like, if he's still as crazy as cuckoo shit as he was when he went in there. And I mean, come on, it's not like Chris really changed. It's obvious, it's Chris. Like, I really feel like when he hears that, like, what? There's a Liquid Chris again, he's just not going to be having it. Now, will he find out that it's actually not the real Liquid and, like, just some other guy playing him? It doesn't matter to Chris. Just the fact that the guy's back is probably going to be enough to get a video or two made on him. And, yeah, there's really not much more to talk about with Chris because we don't know anything yet. And as I'll repeat for the third time in this video, when we do know something, I got y'all. So, listen, this wasn't intended to be a very long video. I just wanted to give you all the breaking news, and yeah, I'm heading out of here, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Take care. I usually give the shout-outs at the end of these, but I do not have the list in front of me right now. I'm actually in my break room at work. So, yeah, so I'll talk to you all on the next one. Take care.
All right, folks, so that's where we're at as far as that goes. We'll check out a couple of these other ones, see if there's any additional information. But, yeah, this is... Chris Chan, if you're just joining, folks, has been released from jail. We're not sure if it's a court order or been bonded out. Of course, what most people have been going with is what was on the internet initially, that someone posted bail or something or bonded him out. But there's also been speculation of a court order or something. So, yeah, that's where we're at. Let's check out this. I think it's pronounced Gibby, G-I-B-I. I know this person follows Chris Chan pretty closely as well. And let's see what they have to say, if there's any new information on this one, folks.
It has been 603 days since Chris Chan was placed in custody. 134 days since the last known communication from Chris. And 2 hours since I had any faith in humanity. Hello, my name is Gibby, and welcome to a video that I absolutely did not think I would be recording this morning. As you can see on screen from the title of this video, we now know that Chris Chan is no longer in jail. Just some quick things to remind you that this does not mean that he has gotten away free with his crimes. It means he has made bond. It means he is no longer being held in his cell. Another thing that we don't necessarily know is where Chris is currently going. This may not mean that he is free, that he was let go from jail and he can now walk and go wherever he wants. Maybe one of his buddies on the outside picked him up in a car like a movie and they sped off to a new home. But we don't know if that's true because it's very possible that Chris is still technically in the custody of the state. It's just that he's being transferred to some sort of halfway home. He's in some sort of mental illness institution. So just because Chris is no longer in jail, we do not know if he is quote-unquote free. We still do not know when Chris's trial is going to be. We don't know if he's even going to have a trial. It's possible that the charges might be dropped. One of the things that will happen sometimes if you're sentenced is that the judge will look at the amount of time that you've already spent in jail and they'll subtract that from your sentence. This is really all the information that we have. This information became available at around 11 a.m. Eastern time this morning. Multiple people on the Kiwi Farms have verified it, but at the same time, it's not like anyone has made contact with Chris. Chris has not posted on Twitter saying, "I'm back." Prater has not shot a short video of Chris and uploaded it to YouTube to prove that he's on the outside. Of course, we don't know if Chris would have a cell phone. We don't know if his first thought would be to zoom to the public library to maybe upload a tweet. So to be fair, it is expected that he wouldn't have made contact yet, but that might be happening in the next couple of days if he isn't actually in an institution. One other thing that's possibly interesting to note is that in his mugshot, Chris does not have a beard. The Prater's latest correspondence with a member of Kiwi Farms is that the reason that Redditor visiting Chris story is fake is because Chris should have a giant beard by now, but in this picture he is clean shaven. I find it extremely unlikely that they would have allowed Chris time to shave his face totally clean just so that he could leave. They're gonna gussy him up for the press. I think that that's quite silly to assume. Maybe I'm wrong, so if you're more familiar with the jail system, please correct me in the comments, but I think that this might be some evidence against that Prater email. Obviously, this is big breaking news. If there are small updates over the next couple hours, I'm not going to be able to make a YouTube video, so you really should have followed me on Twitter at GIBI_Devin. I'm going to reiterate some of the things I was saying 2 years ago around the time of Chris's arrest, and that is to use your better judgment when you see headlines, tweets, or possibly edited images about what may or may not be real. A couple of days ago, it was reported on the news that there's a possibility that Donald Trump would be arrested. People made some AI art of police putting him in handcuffs and spread it online, and there were people who believed that it was real. If there are people on Twitter who think that a AI image of Donald Trump being arrested is real, then it is very, very possible and likely that all the memers out there are going to be making some fake images about Chris Chan. So even if something looks really, really, really real to your eye, the one question you should ask yourself is this too stupid to be real? What is the source of this claim? Has it been verified by multiple parties? Basically, speculate responsibly. I'm going to be completely honest, if this had happened on April 1st, I would not be making this video, because it is, in fact, too stupid to be real. Thank you for watching, and of course I will be covering this topic as news unfolds.
Folks, I think there's some good points raised there. I mean, what do we really know? I mean, is this a hoax? I seen Petty PI was posting in the chat that supposedly Chris Chan, as of 7 p.m., is still in custody. Brought up an interesting possibility. Is it just that he's being transferred to some kind of institution? I don't know how it works down there. I don't, we're down in Virginia. I don't know. I don't know what the truth is. I'm just trying to bring it out as it comes out, folks. And I want to thank you for being here. If you're just joining, Chris Chan apparently is being at some point released from at least jail. I don't know. We'll continue to cover this and follow. The request by Hillbilly Jim Pones is to check out the new Liquid Chris. His response to all this craziness. Give me a sec here, folks. Why is this not working? Oh, there we go. There we are. So this is if you're not familiar with the whole Liquid Chris thing, I don't want to get into that. It was a pretty good troll job many years ago. I think you'll get the gist of it. But there's a new Liquid Chris on the scene, and he supposedly has made a response to this. So let's let's check it out.
Captain Sog, start dates March 27th, 2023. Citizens of Quickville, I have just been given information by a sweet, dear gal pal of mine that a certain individual has been freed from jail. Very interesting. Fear not, true and honest Sonichu fans, as I have many contingency plans for them. Yeah. As for updates on the comics, the new Adventures of Sonichu shall be coming out this year. I'm so very excited that you get to read brand new Sonichu comics. 2023 is the year of Sonichu. I'm so excited I could just blow. I could just blow up. Yeah, blow up. Yeah. This next segment is dedicated towards you, Ian Brandon Anderson. I remember you, Ian. You were a slanderous imposter troll trying to be me. You killed Billy Mays with your death notes. You kidnapped and tortured me. And worst of all, you tried to rape Casey. What is wrong with you, man? You should have gone to jail then. And speaking of Casey, Ian, I hope you're happy. Because of your satanic powers, you got me divorced. Yeah, that's right. I know all about your satanic powers. How you used them to drag me down to hell and reincarnate me as a baby. If you try to come after me, my comics, or my fans, I shall rain fire upon you, Ian. This is your one and only warning. Peace.
Alright, so that was Liquid Chris. If you don't know the whole Liquid Chris thing, there was a guy many moons ago that made videos claiming he was the real Chris Chan. And Chris Chan, of course, lost his shit and made many videos battling the other Chris Chan, trying to prove who he was. So someone has come out and claimed they're the real Chris Chan. And that's the shtick. Whoops. Let's move that back. A little bit like that. So that's where we're at, I think, for now, folks, as far as the whole Chris Chan situation. I don't know what to tell you. Again, I'm not in the know with the whole Chris Chan stuff. I'm not privy to any of that information. We'll just have to see how it plays out and what's reported to us. But since we're here, before we leave, because again, I'm coming back later with some Von Helton shit. So we got lots of Von Helton shit to cover. But let's check out a couple classic Chris Chans. I gotta be careful with these, because if I play the wrong one, I end up getting fucking flagged. So, yeah, let's do it.
This does not even deserve a captain's log introduction, because this is dead serious. The inside and outside tour I did a few months ago of my house, everyone here today, my mother and my father are angry at me. They're blaming me. It's my fault. I admit it's my fault. I want everything about my house off the internet. I'll send in detectives. I'll send in police. I'll send in everything in my power to get it off the internet.
Listen to me.
Yes.
Listen to me.
Yes.
Shut that goddamn thing off. I don't care what you do. You get all that stuff off of there tonight.
I'm working on it.
Go work on it.
I am
Do
working.
you realize something? Let me tell you. If the health department of Greene County sees those videos that you put on the damn internet, They could condemn our house and we would have to move out of it.
I see.
You go get that goddamn stuff off of there and fast.
I'm working on it. I was making a video for you to tell everybody to get the images off of the internet. It's out of my control.
Oh, you get them off.
It's out of my control. I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go.
You loaded them up there. You unload them.
I'm working on it.
Go do it.
I am doing it. I'm sorry.
Get in here and do it. I'll be up all night with you if I have to. You won't get any sleep for that stuff.
I'm working on it.
Get in there and start.
I'm working on it. Let me do this stupid video so I can tell everybody at my command to get everything, help me get everything off the internet about our house.
I don't want to get kicked out of my house by the health department. And what you just did was stick a knife in our back and kill us.
Alright, let me just
get that stuff off of there.
Get it
off of there fast.
I'm working on it.
A classic, folks, a classic. Well, maybe a couple more. Let's see what else. I got a bunch in the vault here, but how about this?
Well, you trolls and Clycash, I hope you all are happy. You put me down so much and belittle my creativity and my artistic capabilities. You pretty much made me scared. You pretty much made me nearly scared to draw and think creatively. You drained me. You drained me, you damn idiots. Sons of bitches.
It's my cat, Pollo. Hi, buddy.
So this is a video I did.
SecularOpinion,
I'm going to skip through this shit.
I'm sure many of you have Chris Chan. I don't plan on going, and I guess I'm just making this video Chris Chan all the time.
Want to lose?
There we go.
Girlfriend to lend the sperm out.
Yep, folks, he's the one you've been hearing about. He's the friendly neighborhood sperm man. He's been lending it out. Oh, but it gets better. This is just one of those under 2 minutes, but it just keeps outdoing itself.
I put out a fresh sample earlier today. I put it in the fridge upstairs.
That's right. He just announced that he just snapped off a fresh load and put it in his motherfucking fridge. The motherfucker I mean, I don't know what the market is out there, you know, for this. I mean, I don't want to sound rude or anything, but I mean, let's be real. Like, I mean, it's Chris Chan sperm kept in his fridge. I mean, what is the going rate on this? I don't. And again, he just outdoes himself because he doesn't stop there. He wants to show you the product. Now, brace yourself. Brace yourself for what you are about to see. This could be a life-altering experience if you're not ready.
Oh yeah, here's the sample I put out today. I labeled it carefully.
Well, thank goodness that he labels it. You know, you wouldn't want Mom to get it mixed up with the frozen fucking peas and carrots. For Christ's sakes. I mean, again, I don't want to sound rude, but let's be real here, people. He's got a freezer, his fridge freezer with his food that he shares with his mother, full of friggin' dead autistic sperm that he's giving away or selling dirt cheap. I don't know the procedure. I don't know what's going on here. But then again, this video outdoes itself.
Older samples. Yeah. That was like less than a year ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, this man has year-old samples in his freezer. Year-old dead autistic sperm in his freezer with the peas and the motherfucking carrots. Again, maybe, I mean, I don't know if it's year-old samples. I don't know how many. I mean, is there 365 samples? I mean, maybe he's moving this. I don't know. Is there a market out there? I mean, this just leaves me with so many more questions than it answered. You know, I don't know. I'm just having problems processing it.
All right, folks. Anyways, so that was an old one. I don't even remember barely making that video. But anyways, yeah, let's leave it there because I got stuff to do. I got to grab something to eat, like I said, do all that good stuff, and we'll be back with some Von Helton, a little bit of catch-up, and all that good stuff. So thanks for coming. Thumbs it up. Spread the word. We will definitely, keep you updated if anything else comes out. You guys probably hear about it first, but we, yeah, I think that's where I'm going to leave it. Folks, I'm literally speechless. So we will hopefully see you soon, and I don't know. I don't have a clever catchphrase to leave the streams. So that's it. Just get out and come back.